First hardcore show is going to be Gorilla Biscuits Excel in Holland in '89. First show, punk show, is The Damned in the mid '80s. My father took me to The Damned. It's Belgium, Linfabriek, which was one of those clubs where, like, you know, our Belgian CBGBs, where we had all the punk and hardcore shows. One of the clubs that I remember best from New York City was Wetlands, more than CB's. I think it goes back to the three drummers I mentioned. You know, Mackie, Danny, Armand, three different styles of playing. You know, Mackie is Mackie. He has that flair. What Danny did and still does on all those Biohazard records is unique. Double strokes and you know, and all that stuff. And then the tight metronome that Armand is. You know, no hostages, like boom. You know, so hard. Those three styles definitely influenced me. I gotta give props to Saab. I mean, you know, I didn't know him personally that well. I saw him a few times on tour, but I saw him do his thing a few times live, and I saw many pictures. For me, that guy's the king. Well, we talked about it earlier, that there's a golden era, there's a golden era. The golden era in hardcore for me was the 90s, when you were obviously very much involved as well. And then I have to say that seeing Biohazard perform in front of 350,000 people at Dynamo is probably the summum of what New York hardcore had, you know, and all the other bands who performed it. But that I remember that show so vividly, and it gives me goosebumps talking about it. It's Beastie Boys and Slayer in 1986. Okay, I'll tell you why. My father's in the music publishing business, and at the time, he represented Def Jam, and you know, that year, the Beastie Boys released a record, and Slayer released a record, and I was a punk guy, you know, Exploited, whatever, Sex Pistols, and in the two scenarios are pretty much the same. I obviously simplify what happened, but my father always said to me how I ended up going seeing The Damned. Always said to me, "Oh, you want to come to a show with me?" I said, "What kind of band is it?" And he goes, "Oh, it's hip hop." Hip hop? I don't want to see hip hop. I'm punk, you know. And then in the other case, it was, "Oh, what kind of band is it?" "Oh, it's a metal band." So I don't want to see metal band, you know. I'm punk. And that was Slayer and the Beastie Boys, 1986. Messed up big time. Vinny Stigma. Gotta give it to him. I love Vinny Stigma. The king, the godfather of New York hardcore. I never lived in Queens, but so I gotta say Brooklyn, and because of my name given to the great Danny Schuler, Brooklyn Larry, I gotta stick with Brooklyn. But there's obviously a lot of great history, musically obviously, in Queens as well. So, you know, my love for New York is a very big one. Stay true to yourself. I think that's a very, it's a non-hardcore and a hardcore related, you know, thing. Stay true to yourself and work hard. And if you're true and you work hard, at the end of the day, it's going to pay off. If you're in a band or if you do something else. No, it's not. I mean, it has its ups and downs, and we were talking about the big ups earlier, but it continues and it does its thing, and people fall off, you know, and they come back in, you know. But no, it's not. It's not. I don't think we're going to be able to get it to be killed anyway, you know.